The Finance Committee meeting is February 19th, 2019. It's about 5:30 or so. This is being recorded. Seeing no public, there'll be no comments, I guess. We get right into the department requests.
I was just waiting for that one to come through, because you know we couldn't stay away.
Right. It's a good thing, though.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, because I think,
Good for him.
and it's going to make the town a little revenue as well. So by keeping the,
Is that Michael's?
Yeah.
Because, you know, they get the town gets a cut for their road duty, and so if you give it to Westfield or somebody else, they get the cut. So.
Yeah.
And we use a lot of them when we're working. So.
Yeah.
Is it 10% administrative or something on top?
I think it is 10%.
I think it is, yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, first one is the PCF for Michael Goyette coming back as a
Restricted.
restricted officer, which road duty and stuff like that. So I'm sure you all looked at it ahead of time. Is there a motion to accept the PCF for Michael Goyette?
So moved?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
It's unanimous.
Oh, it's going to be a long meeting.
No long one.
What should we say the same about your meeting?
Yeah, it's not going to be a long, short one.
Right, you guys got an executive session tonight too, right?
Yeah, then we have public comment, which I think is going to be interesting. Public, open for the public.
When does that happen? At the end? Sorry.
All right, the next one is another one for the police department, for the telecommunications dispatcher. It says it's a replacement, so I would have to assume there's no difference in the budget because they're replacing people. Is there a motion to accept the PRF for the telecommunications dispatcher positions?
So moved?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
It's unanimous. Do we have any old business to do? I don't think we have anything.
My only question for old business is, have we heard back from any departments of when they're going to want to start meeting with the finance committee on their budgets? Not as of yet?
I haven't heard a thing.
Okay.
I don't know if you've heard anything
No,
of it.
was an email sent out by Ed?
He was
That was the
supposed
the
to.
last meeting, I believe you were.
Yeah.
I believe something was supposed to go out to all the department heads.
So we could start because I'm sure that some of the smaller committees and everything, I'm sure their budgets are done, the ones that really don't have.
Right.
And those are probably the ones that won't even need to
No.
meet with us, so.
Right,
And normally you ask them if they don't want to meet you.
Yeah.
You don't
Yeah.
bring them in, yeah.
right. It's cut and dry, I guess.
So we should follow up with Ed. When's Ed coming back?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Should we follow up with him to find out where this stands?
Yeah, can't hurt to
Yeah,
send him an
he
email.
should be getting budgets in.
Right,
Yeah.
right. I mean, technically it was February 1st. They were supposed to be starting to roll in, I think. All right, new business. We don't really have any new business except for, meeting with the select board and the school committee afterwards, and let's see what we're doing the 5-town meeting tomorrow night up in Easthampton, so there's really nothing we can do or say about that anyway at this moment, but.
Yeah, our next meeting may be more. have
Correct.
more info into it, yeah.
Correct. Approval minutes from February 5th, 19.
I didn't have any questions on it.
I thought they were fine as well. Didn't have,
John, I can ask you a question. It really doesn't have anything to do with the minutes. This, John, sorry. For the denial of the Board of Health, for the funds for
At the
what?
town meeting?
Yes.
Yeah.
The town denial.
Have they moved forward with trying to get funds from another?
No idea, I was on vacation last week.
Oh,
so,
okay.
Yeah.
All right, I didn't know
We
if they
may
had.
find out tonight
Okay.
if somebody comes up with it.
Yeah, I didn't know if they had submitted a request for the funds to come from
I
another.
haven't seen any requests.
Okay.
Definitely not. Ed would have told me if they've got something.
Yeah, I was just curious if they had,
And,
what their next move was going to be on that.
they may wait until the new fiscal year, who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. You budget it in, move forward.
But it's in their court, really.
Yeah, yep.
All right, do I hear a motion to accept the minutes for February 5th, 2019?
So moved?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
It's unanimous. What's on the front of the back of this?
The front's fine. I don't think I had you sign the last one, but I just
Oh,
said approved and on the date.
that's fine.
I realized that after the fact because it was a crazy night. We had Ben Hogan and everything else going on.
Yeah.
Am I supposed to be turning those into the clerk?
Yeah.
I upload them, but I haven't.
I think the clerk gets it and then they go up on the website.
I have a folder of them. Okay.
Yeah.
Give me two.
You could email them to her if you want.
Yeah, I will. Because I upload them. So.
Makes it easier for her. She doesn't have to scan them or anything.
Yeah.
All right, liaison reports, I don't know. when we're gonna
There
be
hasn't been
meeting.
a meeting.
Hasn't been a meeting.
No, the
okay.
last meeting was, the last meeting we had was that.
Oh, right, it was the same,
Yeah.
or
It
just
was the
before,
same-
the
yeah.
same night? That's right.
It was the night before, I think, yeah.
Yep.
So,
All right, and we're meeting with them sort of tonight, right?
Anything for CPC?
CPC, there was actually a few things that we had gone over. We had an update from the Park Commission on how the spending was going on the field. We're trying to make sure that they're staying within budget.
Labrie Field?
Labrie Field,
Okay.
yes. Because they had already spent, I don't know the number on it now, but spent a certain chunk of money, and we're like, are we on schedule? And Mark Reed had come in and, I'm sorry, it's not Mark Reed, is it?
From Heritage?
Yeah, it is Mark.
Yeah.
It is Mark.
Yeah, it is Mark, yeah. Yeah, Mark came in and talked about it, and we felt it was good there. Sounds like it looks like the funds are being returned for the roof from the Zipta barn as well. So I think they want to move forward with trying to sell it. This is the Board of, not the Board of Health, the Conservation Commission. It's technically their jurisdiction, I guess, and they're talking about trying to
So-
sell it.
I'm
Sell the
sorry,
barn?
what
Yeah.
are,
First I've heard of it, yeah.
Yeah.
why are the funds being returned?
It was just a repair
but they-
done on the roof.
Oh, so
Right,
what
it was
was
just
there,
the-
was there extra money? Is that what it
Well, no,
was?
they
Oh,
wanted
okay.
40,000, originally it was $40,000 to fix the roof.
Right,
And then the bids came in and it ended up being like $46,000.
Yeah.
And the second bid was like $100-something thousand. It was crazy. Obviously, they didn't want to do it.
yeah,
And then, comments were made saying, looks like a money pit.
yeah,
And there was no clear end use for this thing.
Right.
And where does the money stop? And we don't have the money
Right.
anyway, so we're like, so.
that's what
where
everybody's
the-
concern was, is what is the barn gonna be used for? We're gonna put all the
Correct.
money into it, what are we gonna do with
If
it?
there was an end game, it would be different.
Right
Yeah.
now, it's on land that's leased to the Fletchers.
Correct.
And they have use of that barn as part of the land lease.
Right,
So
Right.
any money we put into it is really not doing anything for the town per se.
correct.
Right. Right, for what, $100 for 10 years or something like that?
Yeah, I think it was 150 a year or
Some
something. like that.
crazy number, but yeah. So, it's got to go through a bunch of hoops and everything first. And I guess it's not deemed historical, so that's one of the things that,
But we
Okay.
put $2,000 into it just to keep the roof down, the panels
Correct.
from flying off. So
Okay.
we secured the roof panels.
right,
Okay.
right.
So the money that was given technically is just not being used.
Right.
Right,
They're
the
not-
town
they're not
voted to
moving
approve
forward.
$40,000 to go towards that route.
Right, but apparently it's not.
Well, the thing about that, it was like 46, like you said, but then there was alternates on replacing beams and everything. And when
Correct.
you add all those up, I think we're in the 70,000 range,
Yeah.
some big number.
Right.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, the end game was
Nothing.
just the barn sitting there.
Yeah,
You know, no use for it.
exactly.
Is that the one on the corner?
And with that big stone wall around it.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
We're right on Route 10 next to
Yep.
the canal.
I always wondered why, just sitting there.
Yeah.
It used to be nicer because the ground sloped down
Yeah.
before they expanded the road.
Yeah.
Right.
But then when that wall went up, it was...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see, anything else? There was a talk about the land on Palmetto Road again, trying to secure funds for that. The town had taken action, 61, Chapter 61 action on that property. And now they're looking for funds and awaiting to see if they're going to get a
Yeah, because there
a
was
grant.
sale pending on there for the longest time, and I just noticed
Correct.
that those sale pending signs are gone.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wonder if they backed out. Interesting. And then the last thing, I think, yeah, this will be the last thing. There was they agreed to give the Agriculture Commission $600, I think, for right to farm signs, putting up.
I saw that.
Right to farm signs on the major entries.
Entries into Southampton.
Southampton. I think it was 6 signs, 400 for the signs and 200 for installing them or something.
How much was it?
I think it was a total of $600.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those are nice signs, too.
Yep. All right.
Well, the PPB was so easy, it's just two
Just
PCF and a PRF, done. My update's done.
Beats the last one, right?
Oh. We actually were very efficient that time, which is like literally right down the list, but then the fire chief did come in, but he explained everything, so it worked.
Good.
Literally a 10-minute meeting. And then they started talking, I'm like, oh guys, I'm going home to have dinner.
Yeah, we're done, I'm out of here.
Yeah, you told me 10 minutes, I'm out of here.
Any other business that can't wait? None that I know of, if anybody else has anything. Next meeting? Besides tomorrow? Besides tomorrow? I mean, that's just in case, if we do have a quorum show up, we'd be covered.
Yeah, I won't be there, so you don't have to worry about that.
So we won't have to, we probably
I'm
won't
still on
have,
the fence which way I'm going.
we probably won't have a quorum anyway, because I'm sure Claudia's going to be tied up also.
Yeah, I'll try to get there.
So,
Change the clock here.
do we want to try and go again on the 4th?
What day is that?
It's a Monday.
Let me check my calendar.
Okay.
I think I have a licensing class that night for my daycare, but I don't remember if it's the 4th or the 5th.
Okay.
I don't remember if it's Monday or Tuesday, and I don't have it in my phone. So we can put down for the 4th, but I will get in touch with you as soon as I get home tonight.
Okay.
And I'll pull my calendar up.
That would be at 5:30 again. I should check the town website first also, just to see. If there's anything else in this room. So March 4th, first floor meeting room, Conservation Commission at 6, but that's first floor's downstairs, so, and, yeah, so that's it. So it looks like it's open if we catch it first.
Okay. I will post it, so grab it. Once you confirm your schedule.
Yeah.
How's your CPR class?
It's great. Oh, did you see that?
Yes.
I feel safe.
That's actually the same committee.
I I feel
That's
safer
so
now.
funny. Well,
It's actually-
obviously, because I have to go every year, but these 22 News comes walking in.
Okay.
And everybody-
Can I grab one of your comments?
Yes.
If there's no more business, can I leave? Remember, oh, you said that, right? The PQB.
Yeah.
I read that
We're
at the
done.
meeting.
You can go. Okay. Oh, you want to take those?
It wasn't as funny as it would have been if I got the right person. When you said, can I leave, they were talking about, the fire chief was talking about something. He said, can I leave then if you're talking about that?
I didn't pay attention to that. Did I do that?
You just said
You
it.
just said it.
You just said it.
At your last meeting, because your meeting was quick?
No, that wasn't the fire chief. That was the last meeting was literally just me and Art and Jim.
Oh.
And they were about to finish the two PTRS.
Chit-chatting.
They were starting chit-chatting, and that was totally, no one was in attendance. Sorry.
That was here, but
But
the
when
joke
you-
flopped.
But when you were saying, can I put in a comment, I thought you were talking about what I was going to say.
Yeah, because I was fucking heard you on TV.
Timing's everything in
I guess so.
Funny.
Now, sure.
Good seeing you guys.
All right, John.
See you in a
thank
little bit.
See you downstairs.
Oh, I did not leave. I'm glad you pointed that out. No.
Motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Well, it was so funny because the poor guys from 22 News come walking in, right?